I am literally in a different country right now, and The Sims has chosen today to drop the trailer for the new expansion pack. So hello from Amsterdam. I am recording this trailer reaction from my hotel room. And weirdly, this is not the first time this has happened. Last summer, around this exact time, I was in Anaheim in California for VidCon when the Horse Ranch trailer came out. And now this year, I am in Rotterdam for TwitchCon this weekend. It's just very unfortunate timing, but it does kind of fit with the meme that The Sims only drop stuff when I'm busy. Like all month after the leak happened, we've all been joking like, oh, okay, haha, the trailer's gonna come out as soon as Kayla leaves. And well, what do you know? I was on the plane on Tuesday and they announced the pack on Twitter. So anyway, this video might be kind of weird quality, and that's just because I'm doing it from a hotel. I'm doing my best, but it might be a little bit different than my usual trailer reactions. Specifically regarding this pack though, I'm kind of coming into this without any prior knowledge. There was a huge leak a week or two ago with the pack title, the renders, a full feature list. So I have seen a couple things. I saw like the cover photo and the release date, but I tried to actively avoid any posts about the leak because I did not want to see it. I really wanted to come into this reaction kind of spoiler free. It's just more fun for me that way as a person who's just genuinely a big fan of The Sims. I want this to be the first time I see it. I just wanted to mention that so you don't think that I'm like faking or something if I get excited about something that was talked about in one of the leaks. I just haven't seen the leaks, so I don't know what they talked about. I've got the premiere up and we can't actually really get anything from this teaser photo. It just says set the mood, June 27th. We've got this kind of cute heart engraving on the wall. I guess it's kind of like a rock fixture and there's a couple of Sims kissing. The description just has a few emojis in it, so there's not really much to go off of there either. And these trailers are always announcement trailers, so they're kind of like mini highlight reels. There's not always a lot of like obvious feature or gameplay information in these trailers. Oftentimes people watch these and they're like, oh my god, there's nothing in the pack. And then the gameplay trailer comes out and they're like, oh okay, wait, actually it's not that bad. So if you have like disappointing reactions to this straight away, I wouldn't panic yet. I'm just looking back to like previous trailers and it usually goes that way. The initial reaction is usually like pretty bad. It's kind of a common theme with The Sims. When I think about this love pack, the only things that are like high on my list are online dating. I'd love to have a new world that's at least pretty big. I don't really have a preference for where the world is based around. I just want to have a big world. But as far as gameplay goes, in a romance themed pack, I can't really imagine what they would do. Maybe like an overhaul of the relationships. It seems like a cool opportunity for a base game update to tie along with it, maybe to like the neighborhood stories thing, because they usually do a pretty big base game update right before the expansion pack comes out. So it would be kind of cool if there was an update to add like romance features to neighborhood stories so the other Sims could autonomously start dating. Oh, what happened? The title says you up, kissy face emoji, and we've got a really cool countdown, a custom countdown. Ah, okay. I'm just seeing lily pads and swans and like cute little water features right now. There's not a ton going on here either. This kind of thing always gets me so nervous. I get like actually anxious about it before it starts. I don't know why I react like that. It's also kind of slowly panning up. So I guess the longer it goes on, the more we'll get to see. I'm going full screen. No offense to the chat, but it kind of scares me. I want to have my own reaction. 30 seconds. I'm actually starting to see some Sims. There's people sitting over here by the water. Oh, the pond is heart-shaped. It's so cute. This must be in the world. There's like a little trail around it. There's even collectibles, which is pretty fun. I see a frog over there. Okay, so I'm just gonna watch this straight through the first time, and then the second time I'm gonna watch it and we'll pause and like talk about stuff as we go through it. Oh my god. 3, 2, 1. Ah! It's happening. Okay, deep breath. Ooh. Dawn Lothario already making an appearance. I'm also seeing some kind of cool clothing. Oh, not the CC. Lovestruck. I do like the name Lovestruck. Ooh. Okay, maybe a new nightclub or something. New dances. Oh. Okay. Cupid's Corner! It is online dating! Oh my god. We're gonna have to go back and look through every single bit of that. Oh, he brought her flowers. That was like my go-to in The Sims 3. Is that a penthouse apartment? Are they woohooing in the closet? Is that a new kind of closet as well? Oh, it's like a city, and look at that floral wallpaper. Whoa! I'm sorry. Was that an eggplant costume? The heart bed? Oh my god. Oh my god. The way people have been begging and pleading for that heart bed for years to come back. Are they about to woohoo? They woohooed just on a blanket? Oh my god. Oh, John Lothario, you're evil. She just died of heartbreak. There's no way. Okay, I always say my two big things are woohoo spots and death. And this one's got both. Oh, I'm so excited. July 25th is my sister's birthday. Oh, here we go. Early access items. I don't really care about early access items, as we know, but we'll look through them. Okay. I must say, the death and the woohoo, they did get me. I was pretty intrigued by those. I like how Don Lothario was like so involved in this. It's fun to have original townies like to use for storytelling and things like this. The mascara running was pretty fun. I'm not seeing a lot of features in this trailer, which is always like kind of concerning. Like I just said though, it's always kind of like a highlight reel. So you can see all the chat is like, I'm so mad, what is this? I don't know, we'll find out. There's usually blog posts. There's at least one that lists the main features where you can buy the pack. And then there's one more that'll have like hopefully a blog with some more descriptions. So I'm gonna read through those just to see. The early purchase incentives say not all love stories have happy endings. Embrace a little heartache with Cry Me a River eyeliner. Cuddle up with the new Herbert Hart plushie and start your single life with the basic breakup double bed. Your ex took the bed, but not your dignity. Mostly, it said. I wonder how much the bed costs because that looks like it would be like 100 simoleons. And if that's a cheap bed that could be used for rags to riches, that does entice me. I also kind of like the mascara running. That's kind of fun as well. I'm not usually a big fan of these. I don't need to get into it right now, but I just don't love that you can miss out if you don't buy the pack straight away. I'm not mad about more content, but I'm mad about how a lot of people don't have access to that extra content, you know? But here are those 3 items. Okay, plan hotter dates. Check the Cupid's Corner app for matches that make your Sim's heart flutter, then set up a date with the new date planning system. You'll choose where to go and what to do, crafting romantic rendezvous that'll leave Sims swooning. Sims can connect by playing games, cuddling in bed, or taking the romantic blanket to a beautiful spot for a special moment. Okay, I didn't realize that you could plan dates in the new app. So I guess they're trying to improve the date system now to have more things that you can do. I am absolutely obsessed with this teaser image. The guy with the fish as a teaser for online dating is hilarious. I do like that. All about attraction. What works for your Sim? Turn-ons and turn-offs will determine how attracted Sims are to each other. They can include interests, interactions, and more. Discover these as your Sims get to know their partners, build relationships, and maintain romantic satisfaction. Okay. Since Sims will like and dislike different interactions, partners might have different satisfaction levels. How Sims interact with each other will also affect whether their relationship dynamic is wholesome, steamy, strained, or unpredictable. Okay, so new features are all the capitalized things. So turn-ons and turn-offs, I guess, are probably in CAS, and you can set them. Ah, my headphone. I guess I don't need it anymore. But I would assume you could set it like likes and dislikes unless they're randomized and you can't choose. I'm not really sure what to expect from that. The Sims are gonna have a new romantic satisfaction level. And like they said, 2 different people will have different satisfactions depending on like how it's going. So I guess if one of my turn-ons is like Sims being funny, if my other Sim is being funny, I'll probably be happy. But if I'm not doing their thing, like if I'm not being serious and they want me to be serious, then maybe they're upset. I'm kind of curious to see how that plays out. It sounds interesting, but a lot of times the new social features we get aren't as interesting in practice as they seem. I guess I mean sometimes it's kind of fun like in theory, but it doesn't actually affect the game how I want it to. So we'll see how that goes. And they have a relationship dynamic, which I guess is similar to the stuff that we got from Growing Together, how you can be like close or whatever. But in this, it's romantic instead. So it can be either wholesome, steamy, strained, or unpredictable. I'm curious about that too. I figure it'll be quite similar to the other stuff that we already have. Lovers of love. Romance isn't just a word, it's a skill that unlocks seductive interactions. For Sims with romantic aspirations, romance is a way of life. Truly hopeless romantics can even become romance consultants and make a career out of loving love. As they rise in their career, they'll earn new ways to promote love and maybe find some cute heart-shaped furniture in their inventories. Oh, okay. So there is a new career. And I assume that the heart bed maybe is a career unlock. I'm seeing some more stuff from this image that's really enticing me. This like woohoo LED light, the tiger stripe wallpaper is wild. I'm kind of horrified by this bearskin rug. And this guy, is there like strippers now? What did they call them in The Sims 3? Were they just dancers in The Sims 3? You used to be able to hire them, or they would just show up to the parties. When you had like a bachelorette party and you went to a lounge or whatever in The Sims 3, they would show up and dance on tables and counters. So they had a whole section of something similar in the trailer, and now this, I'm kind of like, I wonder if that's happening again. Also, really nice candles. I do like those candles. I wonder if this certificate in the back is from like a good woohoo. I don't know. It seems kind of fishy with it being by the bed, so I don't know. Date nights in an unforgettable city. Fall in love with a gorgeous city made for romance. Ciudad Enamorada has 3 neighborhoods that exude charm with plenty of places for Sims to meet, flirt, and even woohoo. There's even a new singles hangout lot trait. Oh, that's cool. I can totally see myself using that all the time. I don't know about you all, but like the ability to meet Sims quickly that are single and like wanting to hang out is really helpful for me early game. I often use the growing together clubs to make clubs of other single people just to meet them fast. So being able to have a singles hangout and like make a place that will have other Sims frequenting and have the new online dating feature, it's gonna be a lot easier to meet people. So these all seem like things that will fit in really nicely into my already existing gameplay. I think it's too early to sit here and be like, it's not enough to be an expansion pack because I haven't seen it yet. I assume there's gonna be a lot of people feeling that way. They always feel that way about every single pack that we ever get. Sometimes valid, but I personally don't really want to say that right now because I don't know. I don't really know what the pack's gonna have yet. We've only seen a few things. We've basically just seen highlights, right? Like there's not enough to go off of. There will be another trailer soon. I don't know when, but they usually have a gameplay trailer like in the next couple of weeks, and that's usually longer and they talk out loud in it and you kind of learn some more highlights of the pack. I'm gonna look and see if there is a blog post yet. I don't know if they have made one. Maybe there won't be a blog post. I don't know. I was just about to shower and then I discovered that actually there is a blog post. So I wanted to go through this real quick because there's a couple of pretty interesting things on here. I'm gonna link it down below in case you want to read the full thing. It talks a little bit more about the world specifically, which I'm kind of interested in. It says the names of all 3 neighborhoods. So we have one with greenery and walking areas, one that's more of a residential suburban neighborhood, and then one that's an uptown neighborhood with a small high-rise area with a penthouse suite and upscale venues. There's a charming park with a botanical garden style cafe and bar. There's a nightclub. It sounds like you could rent a room at Beso Rapido to get some much needed sleep or take their steamy date for a little tryst. I don't know what that means. To me, that sounds like it's gonna be a rabbit hole hotel because they're not gonna add in hotels without talking about it in this whole thing. Like they would make a big deal about that, but maybe it's a rabbit hole, kind of like the one from the Star Wars pack where your sim can just sleep in there, but you can't go in there. We'll see, I don't know. It sounds like there's a dive bar, a park, and a gym. So the number of lots is getting up there. I was worried it would be small, like the For Rent World was. This all describes how to use online dating and how the whole thing works. It says there's 3 new woohoo spots. I feel like I only saw 2, so that's interesting. And the sultry dance must be the new dance that we kept seeing. Interestingly, it sounds like you unlock new romantic interactions as your romance skill increases. And they also learn how to emotionally connect and also how to scan the room for potential Sims open to romance. Whatever that means. So it sounds like traits, clothing and hairstyles, and even interactions can be included in the turn-offs and turn-ons. They're not really telling me much about how I set these. It just says that I have them, so I'll be curious to see how that works. There's 2 new aspirations, the Paragon Partner and Romantic Explorer ones. And there's 2 new traits, Romantically Reserved and Love Bug. There's also 2 new fears, Fear of Intimacy and Fear of Being Alone. Oh no. And this is the most important part, I think, free for all players, so coming in the base game update. The new romantic boundary system allows you to customize your Sims experience with boundaries and jealousy. So you can define how your Sims approach romantic relationships in terms of physical and emotional romantic exclusivity. So this can allow for Sims to date multiple Sims without impact to other relationships. And that's something people have been asking for a long time. Just to give an example, you could have like a polyamorous Sim now without having to worry about the game interfering and making jealousy a problem. You can just tell the game, hey, it's not a problem. So I assume that'll be set up just like how your sexual orientation is in CAS, and that's free in the base game. And like I said, I'll link this whole thing down below. A lot of this was written in more condensed terms in that feature list, but there's a few other things in here. So in case you want to read the whole thing, it's down there. Let's just watch the trailer again, and I'll pause a bunch of times so we can look at things because we can see some more stuff. It looks like this is maybe a florist because we had that Sim giving a bouquet. So maybe they bought it here. I keep trying to pause and look at their clothing and stuff too. It seems like we're getting a new guitar. I really like this butterfly claw clip that this Sim has in their hair, and there's some kind of pretty outfits over here as well. There is a new bench, butterfly themed, new pants, new shirt. I can't tell if, oh, I was gonna say I can't tell if that tattoo is new. I think it's just lace. I think it's just lace on her shirt. I don't think it's a chest tattoo. That's my bad, I'm sorry. That was an assumption and I was wrong. Oh, I didn't notice the icon is like a woohoo heart. It's like a heart on fire. Obsessed with that, okay? I really did like this dark floral wallpaper in this bar. I thought it was kind of cool. They've got a really nice stage. I wonder if, oh, that's a curved bar. Oh, that's interesting. And look at these dinosaurs kissing in the LED lights. There's a new couch. These all look like some new clothing items as well. This will be some of the new dancing that's coming in the pack. They're really going for it with the dancing. Okay, now we got Cupid's corner. This is what I wanted to see. So you can set your bio. You determine who you're attracted to and who you want to have woohoo with. That part, your orientation, you set in CAS, and anybody can change that anytime. You can set what ages you're looking for, and you can also pick what traits you use to describe yourself. So very similar to The Sims 3. I wonder if you're able to lie. Like, I wonder if you can change the traits that you use to describe yourself, because you could do that in The Sims 3. It also looks like you can maybe change the photo that it's using and press this camera button, which I'm kind of interested in. One thing that I did not like about The Sims 3's online dating is the weird body type feature, and I'm glad that this one does not have that. I don't think that that's necessary. And then it looks like you can kind of swipe through matches on this matches tab, and then you can heart them and they'll show up in your saved tab. So Sophia's a young adult. It does not share where she lives. She's a bookworm and an art lover, and that trait is a turn on for this Sim. She's got a book in her profile picture. She's wearing a new hairstyle, and look at the background. That's so cool. Romantically reserved, that's a new trait. Sorry, I probably shouldn't yell, I'm in a hotel. This Sim, Orson, is a love bug. I like how all these pictures, he's like holding a glass. Yeah, this Sim, it says where she lives. I'm pointing like you can see my pointing, but she lives in the new world, it looks like. And when we favorited her, okay. In her house, we can see some new artwork. This looks like maybe one of the bouquets that you can get in game. I mean that in a nice way. Oh, I went too far. But you see how it's kind of like bad quality? That makes me think that it's one of the ones that your Sim can like buy from a store. Usually things that have gameplay tied to them are like lower poly counts. Oh, I really like this mirror with the Polaroids in it. I wonder, is that like on the mirror? So like if you just use that item, are you gonna have that random guy in your house? Or can you swap him? I doubt you can swap him. We'll have to just get used to that guy, I guess. Oh wait, there was like a cute little bird item too. Look at this in the far left corner. There's another candle. Yeah, that is a bouquet that your Sims could give. You see how it looks bad? Yeah, of course it does. It's big. Oh, is that a house number? Oh my god, people do fake ones like that on the gallery all the time with like photographs, or they'll use like custom paintings, painting from reference. So that's cool to have a real house number in game. I wonder if you could change it. That is a penthouse. Like in San Myshuno. That is cool. We haven't got nothing like that in a long time. I am really intrigued by that. It makes me wonder if there's gonna be real apartments in the world, because it seems like it. I mean, look at the city, so I'm really hoping for that. Okay, there's different people in this Polaroid photo. We'll see how that goes. There's a new archway, at least a couple different sizes of one. We got a new plant. Those Sims are woohooing in a new closet. That just looks like a closet door. So it kind of reminds me of the Get Together closet, but it's just a door, and it also looks like a supply closet. So way more realistic to put on community lots. And I like the idea of a woohoo spot that can be added to community lots more easily. That sounds bad. bad, but you get it. You know where I'm coming from. You're like me. We're all the same. I end up putting the get together closet for that. So to have this will be way better. Oh, there's some nice new artwork. There's another single tile bar. So we're getting 2 single tile bars. Another pretty hairstyle or a few new pretty hairstyles. I like these candles to put as centerpieces. There's like a new fruit basket, it looks like. We've got a cute wall plant and some nice pendants. I like these dining chairs. This one also looks like a bouquet that you can buy. That looks like it might be like a debug item kind of situation. This picture has LED and a fancy frame. We've got a really cool new palm-like plant. Oh, they were eating chocolate-covered strawberries. I did not even see that in the original trailer when I first watched it. It just happened so fast. Oh, and they danced. Oh, dip kiss. Beautiful dip kiss. Go back. That's a new door. We've got an interesting new chair. And then here, I believe that this is them doing the different dancing I was telling you about. Look at that. I can't believe they actually made an eggplant costume. I didn't see that coming. Okay, I just didn't. I really like this ottoman actually though, in front of the bed. It looks like it might open and have storage. It won't actually, but it looks like it could, and that's cool. It's nice to have more ottoman type stuff. This as well, like the Cupid thing, it's, yeah, too much. They've got matching ones and they're woohooing. And I mentioned earlier this heart bed. People are just gonna die for that. I'm sorry, what was on their bedside table? Okay, I don't know. I was just, sorry. Ignore me. Just wanted to know what it was. It's nothing, it's fine. This woohoo on the blanket is unbelievable. The way it turns into like a burrito and like flips and floats in the sky. Like, what are they doing? I'm not mad. I think this is a new game. The fact that it's got a woohoo emoji on the cover is kind of, I don't know. Do you think that it has like Cards Against Humanity vibes or like maybe like a Dare type of game? Because that could be cool. I'll be curious to see that. I also love this penguin LED light. There's a bunch of posters and nice things back there too. I think this is a new kiss animation. It's kind of steamy. And then this poor girl. You should have known. I'm sorry to like victim blame, but like it's John Lothario. You should have seen it coming. She's got a nice new tattoo. He looks pleased with himself. You killed someone. I was so distracted by the death. I don't even remember this part. I don't recognize this at all. I wonder if that's a new library. I'm so curious about the new lots. I actually cannot wait to see them. I think in this, I wonder if this wallpaper has those lights or if those are like a wall decal and you can add them anywhere. Oh, look at this little fish tank has an axolotl in it. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. The crying, I just can't. I'm really excited about this. I'm genuinely excited about this. I think I'm gonna like it. I feel like it really has all of the makings of the kind of pack I would really enjoy. Again, obviously I haven't really seen much from it yet, so I don't really know what to expect. And these are all things that people have been asking for and wanting for a really long time. Online dating has been my personal like #1 request for The Sims 4 for years and years and years. And I'm actually not exaggerating. Like I've been wanting this so bad for so long. So that by far is the best part of this whole thing for me. But they kind of dropped in some teasers about a few other things that are kind of interesting, like the romance skill, the new career. Like I don't really know what to expect from that. So I'm curious to hear more. Obsessed with there being multiple woohoo spots, by the way. This is a dream come true, okay? We've been wanting this for a while as well. I'll be curious to hear your thoughts down below. Normally I would like speculate more in a video like this, but I'm kind of worried about the speed of the internet in this hotel, so I don't want to go on for too long. I will link the trailer and the blog post, or I guess it's the pre-order page. There isn't a blog post yet, but I'll link them both down below. I think overall final thoughts are that I am pretty excited about this. There were some pleasant surprises in the trailer. It was funny, and it seems like the kind of pack that would be right up my alley. I'm hopeful that it'll become kind of as necessary to me as like Growing Together has become. It almost feels like a sister to Growing Together, where we got this family pack about family relationships, and now we're getting a romance pack about romantic relationships. I don't mean like it should have been in one pack or anything like that. I just mean that like they seem like they'd be kind of similar and they maybe appealed to a similar audience. And all of my Sims have romantic relationships, right? So like this feels like something I'll use all the time. And with the online dating thing, I literally do fake online dating with clubs. I like pretend that I'm online dating. In The Sims 3, online dating was the only way that I ever met anybody. Granted, it was a lot harder to meet people in The Sims 3 because there was like nobody out and about ever, but like that was the staple. Day one, I'd be playing a legacy challenge. I'd go to the library because I couldn't afford a computer. I'd use their computer to make an online dating profile, and I would just start messaging every single person. And that's how I met people, even friends. Like that was the only way that I would introduce myself to anyone in The Sims 3. So this is like healing my inner child to have it in The Sims 4 finally. It's kind of wild that it took this long to get it in The Sims 4 as well, because everybody meets online these days. Like The Sims 3 had it in like 2011. Meanwhile, it's 2024 and we're just now getting it. I think my only concerns after seeing the trailer are, one, just how glitchy Social Bunny is. It kind of scares me about online dating. Like I hope that they don't have similar issues. I also worry that people are gonna see the romantic relationship changes as being unnecessary and like not worthy of being a whole pack. I think especially because we already have a lot of things like it, it almost feels like a repackaged version of the other dynamics that we have from Growing Together. So I'm just curious to see how it plays out and if it is different and like unique and cool enough to make it feel worthwhile. And I've been seeing people say it doesn't feel like it's worth being an expansion pack because I've seen people talking about the leaks. I think that what we've seen today is basically what leaked. I don't know for sure, but I think it is. I still feel like it's hard to say. Without seeing more, there's always stuff that doesn't get shown off in these trailers. These are just like the highlights of the key features. So that thing on the shop page was their top 4 key features. So that's what they believe to be the biggest selling points of the pack, but they're not the only things in the pack, if that makes sense. You're welcome to think the selling points aren't big enough. That's fine. But I don't want you to panic yet, is all I'm trying to say. I don't think the selling points are big, but I don't think they're small. Does that make sense? I don't know. We'll see how it is when it comes out. Overall, I'm excited about this one. I'll be curious to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Hopefully this video wasn't bad. I don't really know what it's gonna be like because again, filming from the hotel. In real life, I've spent the last 2 days in Amsterdam. I got here super early yesterday morning, and this weekend is TwitchCon in Rotterdam. So I might be seeing some of you at TwitchCon, potentially. I also posted on Instagram tonight some photos if you wanna go check them out. That is my shameless little plug. Make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel because as soon as we get any more news about this Lovestruck expansion pack, I will be telling you here. I'm also gonna have early access sometime next month. I don't know when yet, but I'll start posting as soon as I can and we'll do full reviews, we'll play the pack, I'll show you everything. My goal is always just to show you everything and then give you my thoughts on it, just to help you decide if you think it's worth it for you to buy, because these packs are $40. That is a lot of money. So I always really try to show it off to help you decide. But with that, I think I'm gonna end this video right here. Thank you for watching. Have the best rest of your day, and I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow. I've got a ton of pre-recorded videos, so I am here, but I'm still uploading. Anyway, bye! I feel like I was being kind of loud out of excitement for a little bit there, and then I got a little self-conscious that I'm in a hotel room and I have no idea how much the neighbors can hear. So if I sound quiet and or monotone, that's my nerves.